Well. That was a bad way to go out. Um, like you said, you know, Falcons lose to the Washington Commanders 24-16.
Oh shit.
You got me, Mike? Yeah, yeah. Y'all make
Yeah,
sure y'all
yeah,
can hear me right.
yeah.
Uh, that was a bad fourth quarter all the way around. Everybody
Mhm.
plays not getting in, bad throws, bad penalties, personnel wrong. Hey, what you got to say to the people, man?
Um, First of all, I want to say this. It's like I'm trying to find the right words without actually being too much of an ass, but I don't think we have a problem. I don't think I have a choice here. Um, I just seen Ritter just absolute panic today. He did
Mhm.
nothing. I wouldn't say he didn't do anything well, but today he was fucking garbage. He got you know a couple of plays where he was getting pressure in his face on those rollouts, and typically he is calm, cool, and collected. But today you saw him throw three interceptions. You saw him and you saw him on one play. He didn't get the ball to the line of scrimmage, which ultimately is I can't even fucking think. What's the name of the damn uh God damn it.
Intentional grounding.
Intentional ground. Thank you. Thank you. Good God. I'm just fucking disgusted. Let me throw this damn hat on. Fuck this hat. All right. I'm 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 fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed. This is the first game that I've ever seen Desbury play this bad. I've never seen him play this bad in college. I've never seen him play this bad in the NFL. This was fucking trash.
It was worse than the Jacksonville game, and in
All
my
right,
opinion,
hold on. Let me get this out because I got to get this out done. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me about 5 minutes to just rant, okay? And y'all can have the rest of the show. This shit was fucking trash. Like Ritter was doing things that no quarterback should ever fucking do. You had time to throw the ball, and you just lobbed the shit in the middle of the damn field. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You literally lobbed the ball when you had time to just throw it out of bounds. You just threw it in the damn air and just said, "Oh, somebody go get it." And then, like I said, with the intentional grounding, like, bro, just throw it out. Just throw it out of bounds. That's it. Just throw the damn ball out of bounds. It's first down. It's first down. Okay. So that's the first thing I want to say. Really, would just look. These are the types of game that get your wide receivers looking at you like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? They start looking at you with the crooked eye. You know what I'm saying? With the loop eye, yeah, the loop eyes. That's when they start looking at you like
mm,
that's just bad. All right, so that's one. Two, I heard something that I wasn't prepared to hear, and this really kind of put everything in kind of everything bring everything home of why this offense has been up and down. I don't know if you caught this, you guys caught this, and I want you guys take on it. this dude literally said Dave Ragone got the play in late. I wasn't expecting to say that. I wasn't expecting to hear that from Matt Ryan.
Well,
In the fourth quarter, you get in the damn plays up. How do you not? It's a 2-minute offense and you don't get the damn play in. We had 4 straight plays, 3 or 4 straight plays where the play didn't even get into about 5 fucking seconds. That is unacceptable. It's a total disgrace, and everybody got to look at one fucking guy and say, what the hell? How did you allow this shit to happen? Arthur Smith? 4 plays in a row. You left your rookie out to dry. And the biggest thing where I see a problem is you don't have an answer to that. And I'm going to say, the reason why I say you don't have an answer to that is because you should always have a set of plays that a quarterback can always go to. That showed me that they wasn't prepared to totally give Desmond Ridder the offense so he can call his plays. No quarterback should not have a go-to play. That should be automatic. That's one of the first things that you do when shit hits the fan. A quarterback should look like, fuck what you saying, Arthur. Fuck what you ain't doing, Dave Ragone. I need to be able to have a set of plays where I know when shit hit the fan, I got to go to these 3, 4, 5 plays. This is right here. This is Arthur Smith's fault. This game right here is all on Arthur Smith. He left his rookie quarterback, second-year quarterback out the drive. It was a great game. I thought it was a great game plan. But when you allow your offensive coordinator 3, 4 plays in a freaking row, bro, what are we talking about? 3 plays in a row. They got the plays in late, man. That's unacceptable. No NFL coach should be doing this. This should not happen, period. It's unfucking acceptable. It's a disgrace as a play caller. How can you not have plays ready under 40 fucking seconds? It's embarrassing, bro. That shit was worse than losing 28-3 in my fucking, because you're not fucking prepared. How do you not be prepared to get the ball, the plays in under 30 fucking seconds? You don't know your own play sheet? It's crazy as hell. So I'm done, but I'm fucking disgusted with Arthur Smith right now. That was unacceptable. I'm not going to go as far as to say, I know people always say he need to be fired, but that is unacceptable. That should never happen at all.
I'm gonna add on to what Matt Ryan did say in the game, and like, what he's talking about, because going back to that Super Bowl, and I hate going back to Super Bowl 51. Remember, we had to call a timeout because the plays weren't getting in. He knows it very well, and like I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it, why we're not in a 2-minute drill. You got, as soon as the ball get dead, you got 10, 15 seconds to get that play off. If it's over 15 seconds, what the hell are you doing? Why is it taking so long to get the play out? You already know what plays you're gonna do. It's a pattern of plays that you run in a 2-minute drill. Like I said, I don't get it. Scheme also was off again today. We decided to run the ball. We established the run, but like hell, we didn't really get off to a slow start to like the second half. Just too many mistakes, man. Like picks, and then the penalties that we had. It's the same shit that we've been doing, man.
Hmm. 47 attempts, over 50 pass plays. Ah, boy. I think this is the first game where we've seen where the first half looked better than the second half.
On
Am I
offense.
correct?
On
On
offense.
offense.
Defense,
The
man.
defense,
We only allowed 7 points in the second half.
the,
And in the
de-
fourth quarter,
the
the fourth quarter we didn't even allow any points. I'm sorry. Go ahead though. That's all I just
uh,
want to add.
we asked the defense to get us sacks. We get sacks. We asked to get stops. Like I said, man, look. I like Desmond. I like Desmond, but that interception in the red zone, even with that play, even with that call getting out late as hell, that was unacceptable. So I can't even defend that.
That was oh my God, that was
I
horrible.
can't defend that. Like you said, it seemed like the offense started sputtering and panicking in that fourth quarter, and like I didn't even know about the whole David Gold thing because I was wondering why Drew. It was like Drew Dahlman. It was like Drew Dahlman and Desmond Ritter was not on the same page. I don't know if Drew wasn't didn't forgot the snap count or whatever.
It was because of the play call and rhythm, and
Yeah, the play
like
call.
Mhm.
Matt Ryan gave it
Right.
away. Go if y'all can go back and watch that game. Matt Ryan said Dave Ragone back to back plays did not get the ball, get the play in. I wasn't expecting that because I always thought that Arthur was calling the plays.
He's calling the
So,
plays, but he got to
but
get it
again,
to
that like
Ragone.
look, that don't matter in the fourth quarter. That don't matter in the fourth quarter because that's the fourth quarter. You need to be taking that over in the fourth quarter. That's the point. This is crunch time. He shouldn't be handing that to Dave Ragone in the fourth quarter.
Because you gotta get time. Like this is how it works. So Arthur Smith get the plays, and I get it. I understand what you're saying, but just to the people that's watching, Arthur Smith gives the plays to Ragone. Ragone then has to get a play to
Relay it to
Ritter. He got to relay it to Ritter, and Ritter has to guess what? He got to tell everybody in the damn huddle what they need to do, but also he has to tell the center Dahlman the snap count.
what the snap count.
And then guess what? Dahlman had to tell everybody on the line, hey, this is what we doing. You got to do all that in a timely manner, but at the same time, like the OC has to give that play off as soon as the ball get dead. This is what we running. Run this, and they're not doing it. And it wasn't no substitutions because I'm about
Right.
to say that. Oh, well, they probably had to do substitutions. There were nobody
Nope.
coming out the field. They had
Nobody
the same
coming off
personnel
the
that was
field.
in. But I also want to say this about Arthur Smith too, man. We gotta stop being too aggressive, man. Like in certain situations, like we legit left 4 points on the off the board. We could have kicked the field goal when we had a fourth down in field goal range. We went for it and we didn't convert. That's 3 points that we left off the board. And then the touchdown that we got, we wanted to go for 2, and then we didn't get it. That's 4 points. So when you put yourself in that situation, yeah, panic is gonna come in, and that we saw that today. Like you got to get the point. You got to get what the defense give you, man. That's all I'm gonna say on that shit.
Hey, Drew, you in here, man? Let us know what you thought, man.
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm getting ready to unleash.
Go ahead and unleash it.
Look, where do we start? We're gonna start with the head man, Arthur Smith. It was a couple questionable calls. We're gonna start with what Don said. When we went for 2, I'm like, why are we going for 2 in this situation? Forget all the analytics. You heard them say, oh, he must have talked to one of the analytics guys. I don't care about the analytics. You never go for 2 unless you have to, because you're taking points off the board, just like what Don said. I don't believe in taking points off the board in that situation. If it comes to the end of the game, you down 8, then you have to go for 2. But in that situation, being down 14, I was like, why are we going for 2? Then they got the penalty. Then it was on the 1. We went for it. We get stopped. That's just being cocky for no reason. I thought in this game, another thing that Arthur Smith did that I didn't like, to me, play action is only effective if you're running the ball well.
Oh
We
God,
weren't running the ball well. So I'm like, why do you keep doing these bootlegs? And we seen this in the Jacksonville Jaguars game. The person on the end, Two Hill, and all of the guys that was on the edge, if you look, they were just collapsing down. They weren't worried about Desmond Ridder running anywhere. They were not biting down for the run. They were staying with Desmond Ridder. They always had a guy that was waiting for Desmond Ridder to roll out the pocket, and they were just putting so much pressure on him, he couldn't escape it. Yes, Desmond Ridder is a decent athlete, but in that situation with Two Hill, he couldn't outrun him to the corner. When he got he got sacked one time. Then the second time, he couldn't throw it away, so he got the intentional ground. And he tried to throw it away, but he was so far out, he ran so far back that he couldn't do anything. So to me, that's on play calling. If you see that they're not biting on those play action bootlegs, you got to stop calling it. I feel like in the first half, we didn't make the proper adjustments in the second half. You guys looked in the first half, those bunch sets that K-Styles always talks about, we were killing them with those bunch sets, killing them, spreading them out with the 5 wide receiver sets, killing them because the Commanders don't have linebackers that can cover. So Kyle Pitts was having a field day in the middle of the field. Jonnu was catching the ball. Drake London was catching the ball. And then we just go away from that completely. I didn't understand why you would go away from that. Second, Desmond Ridder. He gets the second piece of this losing pie. I keep telling you guys, I gave him all the credit last week for the win. In this game, he gets a boatload of the reason why we lost. He got to take responsibility because we seen him play like a rookie today. Then we tell you guys heading into this season as a first-year starter, you're going to have ups and downs, and you're going to see him make rookie mistakes. Well, this was the first game this season where you seen rookie mistakes, stuff you learn in high school, middle school, peewee. You don't just throw the ball up in that situation because you're taking points off the board. I talked about this in my 3 keys to victory that to win this game, we couldn't lose that turnover battle. Last week, we had two turnovers, and we still beat the Texans. You're not going to get away with that on the NFL level. 9 times out of 10, if you lose the turnover battle, you're going to lose the game. And in this situation, the offense has been bailed out all season long by the defense. And we seen in this week, it didn't work. Yeah, the defense played hard, but we can't expect the defense every single week to hold teams under 20 points, hold teams under 17 points. That's not realistic. At some point, the offense is going to have to pick it up. And in this game, I felt like Desmond Ridder looked like a first-year quarterback. That's just what it is. Throwing interceptions. That last one, you take 3 points off the board because you see the defense. I think they got 2 or 3 back-to-back 3-and-out stops to get you the ball back. So that's why in that situation, you don't just throw up an interception because even if he just throws that ball into the back of the end zone, because Drake London was in the back of the end zone, throw it out of bounds. It's 3rd down. You go kick the field goal, you still got a chance because the defense is playing awesome. Why put yourself in that situation where you just throw it up nonchalantly? He didn't have any chance. I mean, any of us sitting here could have caught that interception. He literally just threw it. Like, you throw that in the back of the end zone, throw it out of bounds when nobody's going. You throw it right up in the stands. You don't throw it.
I don't even know who the hell he was even throwing to. Like,
yeah,
that was a panic throw that he just did because he saw 2 guys trying to get out there. But at the same time, right, Drew, you don't throw balls like that.
Throw it away. You can't. That looked like the Thursday night game with Marcus Mariota all over again. You just throwing the ball in a crowd. You got to throw the ball away. Throw it out of bounds. They teach you that. That's fundamental because as a quarterback, your job is to protect the football. You touch the ball on every play. You cannot make those type of rookie mistakes. And I really feel like in this game, the Bijan interception was not on him. Bijan, you cannot let a defender cross your face. I don't want to hear it. It's a slant. You got to become the defender. If you guys remember earlier in the game, it was a similar play that Scotty Miller had, a similar play where the guy tried to cut him off. And what did he do? He turned into the defender and ripped the ball away from the defender. Like, if I'm not going to catch it, it's going to be an incomplete pass, but I'm not going to let somebody undercut me. In that situation, Bijan got too cute. They're not going to call pass interference, and you can't assume that they're going to call pass interference. You got to fight for that football. We've seen it numerous times when Julio was here. How many times we see Julio turn from a wide receiver into a DB?
And that
two picks in this game that was on Bijan. The one was on the sideline where he just didn't understand he was supposed to get his head around fast enough. And a lot of plays this year has been because Bijan isn't getting his head around fast enough on these quick plays. He's a terrific athlete, but right now he's still a rookie, and we've seen that.
he's making these rookie mistakes. And would you try to compare with the situation with Scott Miller and Bijan? That goes to show you a veteran versus a rookie.
Right.
And like Bijan, hopefully, he'll get it together. If you ain't in the way, if you're not in the vicinity to catch the ball, you better damn make sure that defender ain't catching it.
Ain't catch it, right.
Exactly. And in that situation, he had no excuse because the guy, he kind of just let him undercut him. It's like in that situation, you got to box out. You got to play. You're the offensive player, but y'all both got a right to the football. So you got to make sure that don't get intercepted because I don't believe, was that 4th down when he threw that slant for an interception? I couldn't remember. It was 4th down or 3rd down. Was that 4th
I think it
down?
was 3rd down, I think.
Third down.
Third.
In that situation, you can't allow that to happen. But those were my biggest issues. The turnovers, you can't have it. As a quarterback, you're touching it, you're responsible. Us not getting the plays in, as Mike says, that goes back to Arthur Smith again. Yes, Dave Ragone, if that's his responsibility, yes, Dave Ragone got to do better. But if Arthur Smith see that somebody's not doing their job as the head man, he has to take
snatch it away. You can't let that happen.
Exactly. And that was our biggest issue in the Super Bowl when Don brought it up. It's like, yeah, Kyle Shanahan was calling the plays, but
why? Why you have to say that?
Yeah, we gotta go there. We gotta go there. We put it on.
We gotta
take another swig, y'all. I'm sorry.
I was about to drunk about 4 of them things just in the last 5 minutes. So yeah,
bro,
I know.
I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Why y'all drinking wine? Wine coolers ain't gonna do shit.
Bro,
I ain't drinking no wine cooler, motherfucker.
You should know that by now. I do not drink alcohol like that at all. Okay, it's gonna be have very little in it.
At the end of the day, we put that Super Bowl on Dan Quinn because he was the head coach. You don't allow your offensive coordinator to continue to call pass plays when you know you should be running the ball. Whatever it is, you stood back and watched it happen. It's the same thing with Arthur Smith. I don't want to hear the excuse because he's putting his hands on his head and stuff like that. But as Desmond Ridder, as the quarterback, I'm like, don't show me up because the play's coming in late.
He looked at Arthur and said, he's not getting the plays in.
Right.
Arthur went over and tried to make an excuse with Dave Ragone, but Desmond was pissed off. This is on Arthur Smith. This game is on Arthur Smith, bro. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way to say it.
The scheme, not the plays, not getting off in time. And I said scheme, yeah, but I want to say that shit again. It just didn't. Nothing meshed well today on offense. It did not. We came, like I said earlier, we got off to a late start trying to establish the run. It just.
Well, Don, I think we got off to a decent start as far as the passing. It was the running.
That's what I said. The run.
It was the run. The passes were working, and even the runs were, to me, even though they weren't that effective. If you guys noticed later on in the game.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Mike.
I got to stop you. This is from Torrey McElhaney. Lord, I pray right now to give me the strength to make it through this week. I love you, and I know you love me. But please, Lord, Jesus, I'm asking you, don't. I need this right now, Lord. I need peace, Lord. In the name of Jesus, right now. Thank you, Lord. That's what this mother plucker just said. Jew, and I'm talking to you when I say this because you're gonna be pretty mad when I hear it. Arthur Smith said the decision to go for 2 down by 14 was because we did it in LA and did it in Tampa last year.
Whoa. Wait a goddamn minute, Rondell. Hold on. I think you might need to go ahead and rewind that back to me. I didn't hear all that. Go and say that one more time.
This is from Torrey McElhaney. This guy said the decision to go for 2 down by 14 was because we did it in LA, did it in Tampa Bay last year.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. I'm asking you a question. So Torrey McElhaney said that is this the source from Arthur Smith?
Torrey McElhaney works for the Falcons. What are you asking that question for?
I'm asking that question, bro. I'm asking the question for the viewer. So that's what I'm saying. That was from Arthur Smith. That's what he said.
Do I need to read this again?
I just wanna look.
It's a rhetorical question, man.
I ain't got time for no rhetorical. I ain't got time for no rhetorical.
What you gonna do? I never wanna hear that.
Trust me, I'm if I could put my camera on right now, you'll see right now I'm literally scratching like and pulling my beard out of my face right now. So we legit going for two off of okay, well, we did this last year.
Oh, Jesus, Lord, we deserve. Oh, Lord. What do we do to deserve this, Lord? We don't deserve this, Jesus. Oh, Lord, Jesus. We don't deserve this, Lord. We don't deserve this. We don't deserve it, Lord. Oh, Lord, we don't.
This would have been a very good time just to guzzle a whole bottle of Everclear right now.
Yeah, that's what. My God, you ain't. Hey, you not lying. Look, listen. K-Styles, I literally just pulled the shit out my beard and like I got hair out on the ground right now. And like
he did not just say that, but
that's what I'm saying. Ain't no fucking way, Arthur. I'm just hoping he didn't. I'm like Booker T.
I hope he didn't say that. I hope right now.
I'm like Booker T. Tell me you just didn't say this shit. That's what I was trying to get to you, Matt. Mike. I'm like, so you telling me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Like, I'm like, you guys to be kidding me if Arthur Smith said that shit. And he said that shit. I'm like,
you can't say that, bro. You like if he I think if he would have said like you said, we felt like we had an opportunity to get it right then and there and they don't get it. That's one thing, but nope. Oh my goodness.
Because you did it last year, you gotta stay in the moment. How many times have we said how many coaches know to stay in the moment? Why are you thinking about last year? See, this is what happened when you looking at these fucking nerds at PFF and all these fucking nerds at the Falcons Muse and all this bullshit. Because y'all getting these dumbass analytics. Analytics don't do a damn thing but lose you games.
It's good to look at analytics sometimes, but
I'm sorry. I know it's Sunday. I'm sorry, G. I'm so sorry.
A stat like that, an analytic like that needs to be overlooked. You don't need to be looking at, oh, well, we went for 2 on these games last year. Let's see if we go. No.
You went for it with the Rams. This ain't the damn Rams.
Hold on, Mike. I got something for you, Mike. Hold on.
Oh God,
this to make it make sense segment of the post game show. So we did it against the Rams, against the Bucks. 2 games we lost last year. Mm-hmm. Make that make sense.
My thing is you can't say that. You can't say that because, like you said, everybody's already looking at you in the hot seat right now. But by you saying something like that, that's real. You gonna be your seat gonna be hotter than hell on the September,
bro.
With the fan base. That's you don't. That's it. The thing is, you don't say. Like I said, I hope it ain't true because I haven't seen the press conference. But like you said, at the end of the day, when it comes to this game. I felt sorry for that defense. I felt sorry for that Falcon defense, bro.
I felt sorry. He got 100 sacks of his career. Every kid got a sack. Bud Dupree got a sack. Like we literally did. Like defense literally did their job today. Would have been nice for us to get a pick. Yeah, it would have been nice. But they legit did a great job today.
I'll say this about the defense.
One of those touchdowns that Washington got, man, it was like literally because of the special teams. Like we didn't do our job on that punt return. But you take that away, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have got a touchdown.
Go ahead, Drew.
I'll say this about the defense. I feel like this game was a spotty game because in the first half, and we be talking in our chat, Mike was like, what is the defense doing? Like they were giving up. They dropped a couple open passes. Jahan Dotson, I watched him drop a 30-yard pass. Let's just be real. Richard Grant got beat Somebody got beat and they dropped some plays. So yeah, the defense, they've been doing their thing all year. So I'm not gonna get on the defense to that extent because they've been holding up this offense all season. And they gave us opportunities. The problem in this game was those 3 to 4 plays I always talk about that's gonna win or lose you the game. We lost the game. They made plays, we didn't. One play that stood out to me for the Commanders, and I think it was Matt Ryan or one of the guys that was calling the game, when they scored on that screenplay, I'm like, why them offensive linemen so far down the field before they threw? He rolled out, he threw the screen, and dude, the guys, when Robinson caught the screen, guy had to be about 7-8 yards down the field. It was like they guard. He was gone. And after they scored, they're like, yeah, he had to be ineligible downfield, and that's what Arthur Smith was screaming about. So that was one of the plays in the game that broke it open when they went up by like 2 touchdowns. But at the end of the day, we didn't make plays. The defense, they came on as the game progressed. I feel like early on, they didn't play well. As the game wore on, they got better. And then in the second half, they were just rolling. At the end of the half, we ended on the right note. We had 2 back-to-back sacks. Calais got the sack and Bud Dupree got the sack, and they went into halftime with that momentum. But I think early on, the defense got off to a slow start. But this was the first game they got off to a slow start. So how many times are we going to keep saying it's complimentary? At some point, the offense got to start the game hot. We can't expect the defense, like I said, the whole team's down to 0 points. This is the NFL. These other teams get paid to score too. They got playmakers too. When is the offense going to step up and do it? At the end of the day, what lost us this game, to me, if you look at the overall, the turnovers are what killed us. That was the backbreaker because we left too many points on the board. I don't know how many times we were in the red zone, we got 0 points. That can't happen. When you get in the red zone, you got to at least come away with 3 points. You have to.
Yeah. The only thing I can say about the defense, and like I said, I critique everything. The defense, yeah, they did play great today. We are still struggling on those crossing routes, the defending crossing routes.
Right.
And I've been noticing that just going back, just watching the film the past few weeks and looking at this game, we have to do a better job with our zone coverages and understanding the crossing routes and who's coming into those zones.
Oh, I said
we can defend them.
I said it, but y'all said I wouldn't. Y'all told me, Mike, man, no, Mike, no. Those zones are way too wide. That's the problem.
They don't understand. Like, it's some players, as a former defensive back and a DB coach myself, some players, when you in game situations like that, you don't know how much field that you have to cover. And also, when you have a player, because like they teach you, whoever comes in your zone first, that's the person that you're supposed to cover. Mm-hmm. So what they're doing now is these offensive coordinators, they know our defenses, they know our secondary scheme. So they're like, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to bring a guy in this zone, and then we're going to have a running back or a tight end going to follow that dude, and that's going to leave that area open. And this is why teams are picking us apart like that, because of our zone scheme. But we just got to do better. Like the scheme is fine. It just we have to just do better. The players just have to execute and just know.
Sometimes you just got to use. Sometimes you got to use. It's not even about the scheme. A lot of times you just got to use common fucking sense.
Yeah, that's why I say.
And excuse my language, y'all. I apologize, but I saw the same. Look, towards the end of the game, we saw players make plays because they used common sense and looked at the players that was in front of them and made plays that reacted well. Sometimes you can't just stick to your assignment. You got to understand what your assignment is, and then when it's time to make a play off that assignment. This is what our linebackers are struggling with. They're not struggling with the assignment, but they're struggling with making plays off their assignment. Sometimes you got to ad-lib.
Yep.
But that's kind of what happens when you don't really have a fully conventional cover style type of linebacker that's used to that. Like you said, we know. Yeah. I know Caden Ellis is an attacker, and we know Nate Landman is a thumper. So they're going to have their struggles going up the middle. That's where these offenses really just attacking. And like you said, Richie Grant had a couple plays where he just played bad angles. The one drop they had down the field, he glad he dropped it because boy, Richie Grant played a terrible angle on that too. So,
he gonna make he gonna make me
like
he
you
gonna make
said,
me put him.
just to chalk up what I think it just this game is, you not making the plays when it's need to be, and not paying and not playing the situation correctly.
Yeah. And with the linebackers, man,
And that's what lost us.
with the linebackers, man, Caden Ellis, this is his first time playing inside. He played a lot of outside when he was in New Orleans. Nate, he's a backup guy, but for what it's worth, he's doing his job. He's playing serviceable.
Yeah, he played. He played. Yeah, he played.
What happened to
I
Case
think
Ellis?
I think when I think Dirk Cousins got him, but Jarvis said Rich getting
Oh, I'm
better.
right here.
All right, there we go.
No, I'm
Go
right
ahead,
here.
finish it. Yeah, you went out for a minute. Yeah, yeah. It going out again, but Rich, he said, Jarvis said, Rich again better watch his back because DeMarco Hillams is about to come in and get some of his playing time. And like I said, it's Richie Grant for me. He has all the ability. It was two plays. It was one play that I really screamed and I almost lost my mind. You read the play, you missed a tackle. I mean, it was one of the easiest tackles you can possibly make as a defender. The guy hasn't even turned his back and you still missed it. Like he hasn't even turned around to make a football move and you missed the tackle. You slipped right through it. It's like that cannot happen as a defender. That cannot happen. This is a wide receiver. It's not like he's that dang on. It's not like he's a tight end or fullback or running back. You missed the easy play. So it's the things like that. He's always a step slow. He sees it, but he's always a step slow on everything. And that's the problem. So look, man, DeMarco Hillams, he's coming along fast, quick, and the Falcons defense put that Jerry Gray really likes him. So, but you gonna have to look. You better start playing well because DeMarco Hillams is they really like what he's doing right now. They're giving him more and more reps every time you see him on the field.
Telling you, it's gonna be a situation like we had with Mekhi Walker and Troy Anderson came in, but we knew Troy was gonna take over anyway. But with Hillams, yeah, he's a great tackler. Mm-hmm. He's a great tackler. His reaction is pretty much up to par. Like I like pretty much everything he did. What the hell Justin Fields was doing?
Oh wow, I don't even want to know.
He literally just threw the ball out because he hurt his finger or something. He's sitting there crying.
Oh what?
Like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, like I said, it's too many plays that was left on the field offensively. And like I said, it can't be defended. Like I said, everybody on offense failed.
Everybody. Say that again. Everybody failed.
Everybody failed on offense. Arthur Smith, Desmond Riddle. Like I said, the offensive line with the penalties at the wrong time.
Them and they not creating holes for the running backs to run through.
See the thing. Like you said, the thing about it is, like you said, the defenses are prepared for the run. So they would say that's why they have to make the adjustment to pass a little bit more. So like I said, at the end of the day, like you said, offense just failed. Period. Everybody, like I said, everybody failed. Everybody has to get that smoke.
From the top on to the bottom, it's just the whole offense. It's everything on offense just did not work today at all.
Right, like you said, and that's why I said this was the first time that I said that the first half looked better than the second half. It's usually the other way around.
It's usually always the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I think everybody in this chat going to agree. Arthur Smith just got too many coaches, too many good coaches, and too many good weapons. He don't know how to slow it down and say, all right, he's trying to get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. He's trying to get Rigo on the job. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He's trying to get Dable on the job. He's trying to keep his job. And then you have guys like Jerry Gray, who pretty much helped him in. He just has so much. He needs to calm down as a head coach and just say and simplify everything. He just got too much going on with the coaching staff. He got too much going on with the players. Too many weapons, too many coaches, too many hands in the pot. Sometimes it's something that you said. You got too many cooks. You got too many chefs in the kitchen. That's the problem right now. We got way too many chefs in the kitchen. Everybody want to throw their 2 cents in. And I think Smith is just overwhelmed as a head coach. He just needs to simplify, calm down, run the damn ball, and just go back to the basics.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, like that's just disappointing. Like I said, it's more like I said, it's just more so disappointing. Um, hey man, y'all better chalk it up because y'all
Hold
got
on. Let me say this too, because everybody talking about what fired his ass. Well, that's not the answer because we see Mr. Sean Payton struggling his ass off too. His offense looks like straight garbage. So firing the guy is not always the answer. Sometimes you just got to give them time to figure it out. That's not always
Andy Reid
positive,
offense
but
struggling right now.
huh?
The Chiefs are struggling on
The
offense.
Chiefs are struggling
Right.
offensively. I mean, look at the Patriots. The Patriots offense, they ain't never got off to anything. I'm thinking.
And I would say this, Mike, while you're making that declaration, we're not I don't think we're struggling on offense. Like, to be honest, I really think that Arthur Smith called one of his best games today. And I might get stoned by saying this, but guess what? I don't care. I think he actually called a pretty good game today. It was at the end of the game and this is what I always say. The last thing you see is what fans remember. We just remember the fourth quarter. I remember seeing Van Jefferson running on a post route wide open, and Desmond just barely missed him. Like, let's be real. He did, to me, a good job of mixing up his formations. He tried to run the ball. I don't think that it was bad play calling. I really think that we moved the ball between the 20s. When we got in the red zone, we didn't get points. We turned the ball over. When you turn the ball over, you lose games. It's that simple. You let them take the ball away, you take points off the board. Opportunities that we had, you didn't get blown out. You lost by 8, and we just said we had. Don talked about it. 4 points that we left out there. We had a chance at a field goal. Desmond Ridder threw the interception in the end zone when he had no business throwing it. And after he threw the interception, we still got like 2 or 3 more possessions because the defense went 3 and out. So that just goes to tell you what. That's why I didn't understand. That's what really threw me off with why we going for 2 when your defense has picked it up. We not scrambling for points. You moving the ball. So to me, we look smooth. Like, the passing game looks smooth. We drove the ball right down the field. You throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Everybody been saying Kyle Pitts can't get the ball. They threw a nice pass.
He got the ball and he played well.
Yeah, Drake London had over 100 yards receiving.
When you leave points on the board like that, and I get it, it's 4 points. All right, that 4 points ones are going to really, if y'all looking at it on the outside looking in, 4 points, okay, yeah, but we lost by 8. But also when you look at the drive killers, the interceptions, like, those things could have played a part of us getting 3 points or a touchdown.
Let me show you these numbers, and this is what goes to what you were saying. The numbers for Sam Howell is 14-23, 151 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They rushed the ball for 72 yards. And then the Falcons offensively, they had well over 400 yards of offense. They had Desmond Ridder was this is what K Styles started the game. His takeoff is we had 47 passing attempts. We tell you guys all the time, when we pass the ball that much, nothing good comes of it. It looks good, but nothing comes good of it because there's no balance. Those are one of the keys this week was balance. We literally just said this week, all week, that balance was going to be the key, and we got completely away from that.
And it's funny because Matt Ryan, he legit said something about our passing attempts, and he was like, "Yeah, that's like it's a little too high for y'all, for the Falcons to have that many passing attempts, and y'all have a guy like Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson that Tyler Algier is over 1,000 yards from last season. Why are we throwing it that much? Literally, somebody who threw the ball for 40, 50 times a game, he pretty much said that we throwing it too much.
Yeah.
And how many yards did he have passing,
Well,
Mike?
He
yeah.
had over 300 yards.
307 yards.
See, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like the offense struggling. You're not struggling. If you have a 300-yard passing game, he got praised last week for doing the same exact thing. We lost the turnover battle last week. That's what I said in my keys to victory. You're not gonna keep getting away with that. You turn the ball over, you're gonna lose the game. Every coach, that's the first thing they say. We cannot turn the ball over. That's the first thing they say in training camp. You turn the ball over, you're gonna lose games. Because you basically are taking points off the board. You only get so many offensive possessions. We just were lucky that our defense were actually getting stops when we needed them.
Yeah, hey, I want to get this one right here. Like you said, this is one of those other things that Ritter is going to have to learn to do in certain times. He did it well last week. I think just this week, like I said, his mindset was trying to do too much. It was a couple like sometimes you just have to throw the ball away, man. Like you said, this is what a lot of the young quarterbacks have to go through. You gotta throw the ball away sometimes. So it's a work in progress. Like you said, that's why I said this type of game right here, you gonna like Arthur Smith, Desmond Ritter, everybody gonna have to chalk this shit up because you got a division game next week, and you already know this shit about to get amplified twofold.
All right, I feel better. I done screamed the yell and got all the frustration out, so I'm good now.
Right.
But, yeah, you guys got some questions in the chat. We'll love to take your questions. But like I said, defensively, man, I don't think we should. Obviously, I think the Troy Anderson injury is really hurting right now because, like I said, I think he understands the zones a little bit more than a Nathan Landman, and Nate is doing a great job of covering. But when you don't have a pure cover linebacker with Caden Ellis and Nathan Landman, like you're going to struggle. So I think that's the issue with the Falcons defensively. But like, looking at the numbers, they're not really they're not really giving up a lot of yards. They just giving up. When you had an offense that's just not converting those opportunities and they turning the ball over, it's like you're giving it right back to the team. So it seems like they're playing a lot better than what they actually are. But the Falcons defense played amazing, man. But like I said, when you got the offense turning the ball over, and I don't, like I said, I don't know what Arthur was on today. Maybe he was happy about that North Carolina Miami game. I don't damn know, but he wasn't in his bag. This is the worst that I've seen him ever, and as an Atlanta Falcon coach, he was freaking terrible.
That dude was on some booger sugar today, boy. I'll tell you that
I
much.
don't know what the hell he was.
he was on he was on some bullshit with that.
Bro, I don't know.
He was on. That's the best way I can put it. I say he was on some bullshit with that in the second half. I'm just saying.
You just gotta do better, man. Like, and that's the thing. You can't sit here and make excuses and say asinine stuff of, okay, well, we went for 2 last year in a couple of games, so we decided that it was smart to do it this game. No, like the team Washington had all the momentum most of the game, and like we did, like our defense they played great in the second half, but offense, y'all got to show up. Y'all have to show up. Y'all got to do something to put points on the board.
Is that Tiki Ball or Rondé Ball? What's one of them?
Rondé, I think.
It was Rondé.
Rondé actually said that they was riding last week wave. He said that like 3 or 4 times. They just wanted to keep putting the ball in Desmond Ritter's hand.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You can't look. See, the reason why I was so upset about that statement about last year, it's like, bro, why the fuck are you worried about last year? This is today. Those are not the Rams. Those are not the Bucks. Why are you worrying about going 2 when you playing for some stuff that you did last year against Tampa. Like it's just unacceptable. You got to be in the moment, and when you're not in the moment, you worried about everything else and what happened last year and all this time. We did this with Diz, and you don't think they back there watching those things too? They watching film from last year, looking at Diz, like they know the potential play that you may call. So you can't be worried about last year. I think that's the biggest problem. Stay in the moment. Whoever is hot, ride that wave. And I think he did a horrible job of not riding the wave. And then on top of it, he just did his coaching staff just killed it all of the momentum offensively. They were good in the first half, but second half, they just I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
It
So
was like, yeah, I think it was like I think it was like on a couple of them plays, and I think where the momentum started getting shot was instead of taking what was open, it was like they was trying to feed Bijan in the passing game.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, today I think they really
Like you
tried
said,
to establish Bijan in the passing game today because it showed because his like Algier, I believe, had more yards than him on the ground.
hmm
So
so like you said, my God, like you said, just like you said, man, you just gotta ride the hot hand, man. It don't matter who it is. But like you said, making that statement about last year and the Bucks and the Rams, that don't sound good. I'm just gonna say that right there. That doesn't sound good.
it
Go
Hmm.
ahead, you.
No, I was just gonna answer D Sloan's question because this is a valid question. He says, "What adjustments can we make to walk away with the division win next week against the Bucks?" And one thing about the Bucks is their defense is a veteran-led defense.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this stuff we seen today, getting plays in late, that ain't gonna work next week. So one of the adjustments is they're gonna have to get that straight. That play need to get in enough time where he can get up to the line, make the proper adjustments, because we know we do a lot of personnel movement and shifts and all of that. So you got to give Desmond Ritter enough time. They're breaking a huddle with 5 seconds. That's not enough time to do nothing. So that's one thing. But in regards to the adjustments, and I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it until I see it more, start calling more deep shots. Today, anytime we threw it deep for the most part in today's game, something positive happened. Drake London went up and made a couple plays. You had Van Jefferson behind the defense. You want to take those deep shots just to back up those safeties and to back up those corners where they're not trying to undercut these routes. The interception you see where they undercutting slants because they know you're just throwing it short. Let's see some double moves, a slant and go, just to throw these guys off.
They
I want to
said
see
that a
more deep
billion
shots.
times. They said that
Yeah.
a billion times. They was expecting double moves, but the double move never came.
And as
Yes, we
far as
got to
this
do it.
defense, and Jew, I like what you said, and also, man, there was a perfect defense to do a lot of screen passes today, and we didn't even do. I don't even think we barely. If we did, we probably did 1 or 2. We didn't do enough.
I agree. And if I see any linebacker, especially Jamin Davis covering Bijan Robinson, I'm telling him to run a 9 route. I'm sorry. I'm going to see if this linebacker can run with him because we know they can't. We doing these short, little cut slant routes. A linebacker can cover a slant route. I don't know too many linebackers going to run 50 yards down the field with Bijan Robinson. He line up outside.
Right.
I'm telling Bijan Robinson, even if it's just to get that linebacker tired, go deep.
Right.
That's just me as Desmond Ritter.
I about to say, let's go ahead and start winding this down because we got the
Wow.
AFN crew.
Kyle Shunner shit lost on a missed field goal. I am so happy. Look, my day is good. God dang it.
Against Cleveland.
Oh Lord. But let's go ahead and start winding down because we got the AFN family. They about to go on and give you their thoughts on this game. So we appreciate everybody on this post game show, all 140 of y'all. Like I said, you make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the Heavy Hitters live channel. Like I said, where we do our post game shows and we do our pre-game shows during the week. And like I said, definitely make sure if you haven't subscribed to Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports, 6-Man K Styles. So until
All over
next time, y'all go over to
on
AFN.
TikTok. Not G. Good God. Follow the Dunn. All right.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
does
dog.
takes on TikTok. So follow him.
And one more thing I need to say. Bradley Pinion, man, come on, man. I need you to be more consistent on the punts, man.
That was a bad punt. The punt was bad that allowed it didn't allow the kick coverage to get down there. So it was actually a bad kick. See the thing is with punts, they don't have to be far. It just have to be high. So it
Hang
allows
time.
The hang time. Yeah, the hang time. They don't say the hang time ain't there on some of those punts. He has sometimes he'll the hang time is good. Like you can kick a 40-yarder. You can punt a 40-yarder and the hang time can be 7-8 seconds, which is good because you wanna have your hang time between 7 and 10 seconds. But if it's under 7 seconds, man, like you're not allowing your gunners to get down the field to make plays.
Motherfucker more like a hang nail instead of hang time.
Well, Drew, appreciate that. I love seeing that. I love seeing Baker Mayfield fail. So yeah, I'm having a pretty good. We got Kyle Shanahan losing, and we got Baker Mayfield playing like Baker Mayfield. Okay.
The hell, Tampa Bay better than lose. They playing against Detroit. Shit.
Hallelujah.
Hey,
Thank
look,
you, Jesus. Jesus, you love me. I thought.
all right, like I said, y'all make sure y'all go over to Atlanta Falcon Nation for part 2 of the post game show. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, dig it.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the hell up out of here. Oh yeah. Really, you need to get the goddamn play calls in time before we get a delay a game. Anyway.
Everybody fucking up and shit. Where my drink at, bro? Hold on, I'm finna go find some bleach somewhere.
It's look, mine's almost gone.
All right,
One more drop, y'all.
Hey,
I'm laughing.
if you look,
you sipping on a wine cooler like he got some like he drinking on the
It is for me. It is. Look, y'all. Look, Mama gonna hurt my feelings by saying that. Look, I do not drink alcohol. Look, KSI know that. I don't drink. I do not drink. I don't need to drink. Believe me.
I wonder what happens when you mix Everclear with bleach. I wonder what combination would that be like.
Hey, don't tell me. Look,